Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a bit of a different type of video. So I'm going to be showing you how I like to build my endgame DPS rogue. So hopefully this video helps any of you rogues out there. Hopefully you can take away something helpful from this. So let's start with my gear. So at the moment I'm just running full EDL with a Maud helm, and I've got a Void Scale Helm of Duelists. This is pretty nice, to be honest with you. The 1000 attack and the dex is actually quite decent. In the future though, I'd be looking to upgrade this to a BT helm. There was one that recently dropped on my server actually, but unfortunately I wasn't able to win it, so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. For my offhand, I've just got an EDL Rondel for the time being. It's alright, but obviously looking to get a CG offhand in the future. So at the moment I only have 5 echoes. So only enough to get a tier 6 CG offhand at the moment, but in a couple of weeks I should be able to get the tier 8, and I've decided to opt for the quick strike version. Simple reason is I think it matches my fashion better, but honestly it doesn't really matter like which option you choose, they're both like equally as good pretty much. And then for my main hand I'm just using a Shadow Blade of Lunar Frost. So this is pretty good as well. I just use this for like Prot, Gelly, BT and any legacy bosses, and then I swap this with my EDL Dagger, which I just use for basically anything else. So for my jewelry, I'm just running a Runic Pendant of Valor at the moment, which is alright. Obviously I'm looking to get a Dino Assassin's Ami in the future, but for now this does the job well enough, so yeah. So for my Misc, I'm running a Imp BT Ferocity Misc as my perma, like when I'm auto attacking. And yeah, this Misc is pretty strong, to be honest. The 800 quick strike is really nice, and the strength and attack are also really helpful for my DPS. So for my bracelets, my hot swap one, I'm using a Majestic Prot attack bracelet with strength and dex. So this is pretty decent. I mean, I guess it's alright for the time being. The attack is really nice, obviously, helping me to like miss less with my auto attacks. And then for my perma bracelet, I'm using a Majestic InGen. So this is actually the only item that I have from my gear that I bought myself. Everything else is from my clan. And yeah, this bracelet's actually really nice. If you didn't know, this is like one of the best DPS rogue bracelets, apart from like Hellforged or Apostate or Banished bracelets. Because of the cold damage that it gives, it's really like really OP. And it also does give 450 dagger ability, which helps with your attack and also gives you a bit of physical damage as well. So for my rings, my hot swap ring, I'm using a Imp BT double attack ring. So the strength and the attack obviously helps with my auto attack, so that's why I'm using this one at the moment. So yeah, it's pretty good. And obviously I use this for hot swapping double attack as well. So my other ring, I'm using a Royal BT Subtlety band, which is actually really nice. I just recently got this actually from the clan, and yeah, the 600 SS damage is really nice, and obviously the 900 dagger ability as well. So this makes like quite a big difference to my DPS. And then for my other ring, I'm just using a Runic Ring of Valor at the moment. So this is like kind of standard, I guess. It's not that great, but it's alright. Hopefully I can get either a Necro Blood Ring or another BT Dagger ability ring in the future, but for now this is alright. And then my last ring is a Mystic Band of the Anointed, and this is like an essential ring essentially for any rogues when you're killing like chaos bosses, because like the divine damage is like really nice. Yeah, so this is a pretty like standard ring as well. I just use it. So now moving on to my fashion. This is my fashion set that I like to use. I think it looks really nice. So it's just essentially got the hunter boots and leggings, and then Ardmere top, and then a pink Mask of Lu. I think that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, so this is a pretty like, I guess, common fashion set. Like obviously I didn't come up with this myself, but yeah, I just think it looks really nice. And also like the color I think matches nicely with my weapons. And yeah, I just threw on like pink chef's gloves instead of like Ardmere gloves, because I just think it looks a bit nicer. Like if you can see the like the gold ornament, I guess, on the gloves, it like matches nicely with the Ardmere, like the gold bit on the Ardmere top, in my opinion. And yeah, I just think the design is like quite minimal. It's like quite nice in my opinion. But anyway, so for stables, I've just got a Primal Brown Warhorse, which is pretty okay. I got this purely through doing bounties actually, so I didn't buy any mount tokens to get this, which is pretty good. And yeah, 100% speed is actually quite nice, and it does give a skill. And then yeah, I'm just using a pink barding obviously to match with my fashion. Alright, so now let's get into my skills. So on my front page here, this is where I just keep my weapons and my mounts so I can swap between them. So it's got EDO Rondel, EDO Dagger, and then my Gelly Blade. And then I've got my mount here, so I just use a 95% Razorback cape. So I don't know, I just like this. I like the fiery effect. It's like quite nice in my opinion. Yeah, so then I've got my Warhorse obviously, and then I just put Poison Weapon on this page as well. I just like to put like my buffs on my front page. So yeah, and then I've just got my prop brace, because I didn't really have anywhere else to put it, so I just put it here. And then I've also got fruitcakes, which is like really, really essential. Like for me, I use them a lot, so yeah, these are really, really nice. So next page, this is where I have Sneaky Attack, Double Attack, and Rend. So for my Sneaky Attack swaps, I've got this Necro Sneaky Attack bracelet, which is pretty good. The 30% recast is really nice. I could go with a Dino Sneaky Attack bracelet, but to be honest, I'm more than happy to run this. Like, this is like more than good enough, so yeah. And then for my ring, I've just got a Royal Gelly Sneaky Attack ring, which is also really good. For double attack, I've got obviously my Imp BT double attack ring. 30% recast as well, adding some damage to my double attack as well with the strength. And then I swap a Hrung damage bracelet. So if you wanted to put a better bracelet, I would recommend like an Apostate, a Banished, or a Hellforged or an InGen. Those would be better, but this is pretty good, to be honest with you. These are pretty accessible, like just a Hrung bracelet, so yeah, and it does the job pretty well. Basically, the only stat that really matters on this bracelet is the heat damage, so yeah, just adds a bit more damage to your double attack. So then for my Rend swap, I'm just using a Majestic Dino bracelet. Yeah, this is also really nice. Helps me to max out my Rend, which is nice because if you don't have a maxed out Rend, then you're going to get overcasted. So yeah, this is pretty good. Adding damage to your Rend, adding some cunning and some skill points. It's a really solid bracelet overall. So my next page is where I have Shadow Strike, Quick Strike, and Assassinate. So I just swap between these two miscs, the Ferocity and the Subtlety one, depending on like which skill I'm casting. And then if I'm just like auto attacking, I just put on the Ferocity one, as I said. So yeah, for Shadow Strike, I'm just using a +6 mono ring, which to be honest isn't really that great. But it's the best that I have at the moment. Hopefully I can get like a Dino SS bracelet in the future, because yeah, that would be really nice, but for now it helps me to max out my SS, so it's good enough. And then for Quick Strike, I'm just using a Royal Galley Quick Strike ring again, which is really nice. So then for Assassinate, I mean, it's level 2, like I never use it, but I just have like this Mighty Galley ring, like just in case I want to use Assassinate for some reason, so it at least does some damage. And then my last skill page is just for fishing. So I just swap Heroic Boots with EDL Boots, and then I've just got my fishing rod here, which is level 80, because I'm only like level 80 in fishing. So yeah, it's just something that I do sometimes, like when I'm bored. But yeah. And then I've got Recuperate, which I just use to cancel the fishing animation. And then I just dump my EDL Spite here because I don't really have anywhere else to put it. So, and the same with my Galley Dagger skill as well. So now let's get into the stats. Oh wait, let me just put on Poison Weapon first. Okay, so my stats, I've just put enough vitality for me to get to 7,000 health, and then after that I just put the rest into strength. So got like 1.5k strength, which is not great, but I guess for a non-DG rogue it's alright. So as I said, I've got 7k health, 4k energy. That's actually quite a lot of energy, but that's due to my Maud Helm mainly. My sigils aren't great, but they're alright, I guess. They do the job. And then my attack, I have 8k attack, which I guess is reasonable. I mean, you don't really need to have that much attack, to be honest. Like 8k, it's reasonable for like most bosses. But yeah, it's alright. And then my damage, I've got like 4.1k with my Galley Dagger. And this is without any elixirs or anything else. So 4k damage is, in my opinion, pretty decent for a non-DG rogue. So yeah. So that's about it for my build. This video is quite long, like longer than I expected, so whoops, but it is what it is, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if you have any other ideas, like for videos that you want me to make. And yeah, see you in the next one, I guess.